Right then, let's get into the game. I assume we are live. And it's time for the grand final. Let's go. TC versus Cookies T1 and Matrix. If you can see on your screen, DL Card, I'm sure you'll be leaving in just a second. We have to do a few little changes with the host to try and get all the pings balanced and whatnot. Actually, it is perfect. If you hold back now, Crimson, my man, we're within 10 pings of each other. For all four players. That's really, really cool. Alrighty then, let's check out the first map and the only map that we're going to be playing. Oh, Cookie's pushing straight away, finding Strangulate, and Dovey's going to fall immediately off the bat as well. Nice push from Cookies there through the nest. Little bit unpredictable, as TC looked to be a bit more set up there, trying to play it slow and for damage, but Cookies flies in and gets the one shot. The fact of the matter is, once you get a player very damaged in a 2v2, and you're full health, you can kind of commit yourself to try and get that one shot to get the down. Once that player's down, it's a very simple 2v1. So, good job from then. Cookies is actually going to get dropped there as well. Matrix stuck in the side. Strangulate playing it very smart there on my screen in particular. Playing it safe, keeping his distance. Very good round from TC. Definitely the favorites going into this one, on paper. But Cookies and Matrix, competitive players themselves. So, it's definitely not an uneven match by any stretch of the imagination. Let's see, any strat changes? I think it is actually from the COG side. Full red is Matrix. Perhaps should have rolled back there and played it safe, but his teammate does save the day and clean up Strangulate in the end there. So, a little bit of a strat change from the COG side. Dovey, Poons perhaps got a little bit too aggressive, too confident on the side, and Cookies took advantage. But yeah, critique. Despite Matrix and his teammate winning that round, perhaps should have backed off as soon as his teammate got the kill. But I mean, perhaps he couldn't have rolled back in any case. It seemed he'd have got downed on the escape, but nonetheless, another round. Cookies and Matrix playing it passive once again, sitting right back. Strangulate, pushing up just a little bit. Grand final, of course. Everything on the line between these two teams. So, both teams playing it slow. One issue with Nasher tournament matches is it can get passive, as both teams are playing for the first shot. Strangulate pushes on the right. Even damage. Both teams link up now for the 2v2. And Cookies holds his nerve and finishes off that second opponent, despite being full red for a long time from Strangulate. Very good job indeed. Dovey and the teammate of Cookies, Matrix there, came in a little bit late. They started shooting each other. Perhaps a little bit of a communication from Strangulate between Dovey and vice versa would have really just set the target on Dom, who was full red the whole time. Might have been a little bit better for them. Cookies pulling back, I like it. He's not got right hand. Both players are going very wide, with his teammate Matrix not being in a favorable position. So they do reset. Nicely done indeed. And I think TC Strangulate is aware here of the fact Cookies and Matrix are playing it a bit more slow, a bit more passively. Of course, he's just going to throw that shot grenade out of the map. It's against the rules, but yeah. As you can see, high level Nasher 2v2s can lead to this very instance of both teams playing passive for the best advantage that they can have. Strangulate is going to push on right hand. Cookies with the up A. Nicely done. 2v1. And Cookies doesn't need much help from Matrix, it seems. He cleanly wins that shotgun battle. Very well done indeed. I'm liking this. Cookies is playing brilliantly. He has 7 kills in total within 5 rounds. Winning all his engagements. I like it. TC still being the aggressors. But it's not working out for them. I wouldn't be surprised if TC slow it down, right down very soon. As they've experimented with the aggressive approach. Doesn't seem to be paying off for them. Strangulate trying to push for the right hand. Of course, very, very practiced on this particular map. X-Pro back in Gears 3. Synergy. Ex-teammate of so he knows how to push. Certainly in this map. It's just a very difficult thing to do nonetheless. Strangulate Dovey keeping his distance. They play for damage. Once again, they're now going to the passive approach. Matrix tries to be the aggressor. Take one by holding the shot and going for the gib. It didn't pay off. Now Strangulating Dovey over 2v1. Both playing really wide. Nicely done. Cookie's trying to go for a steam train there to get the one shot off. Exactly what you need to be doing in a 2v1 is try and pick off one player as quickly as you can to level the odds before the damage of 2 shotguns outmatches your 1. But yeah, as I was referring to that round TC, they played a bit more passively. They baited the push from Cookies. They're standing out in the open. Here comes Cookies with the up A. Perfectly done. But he's got a noob roll, unfortunately, into Strangulate's gun. Shout out to Alternate Controls. Even pros, semi-pros, roll around on this game. Cannot be helped. But very good from Cookies nonetheless. That's exactly what you need to be doing. In theory, on paper, you should only be pushing when you have certainty in your mind that you're going to get a kill. Because it's a very risky thing to do. Even with normal standard esports settings, especially so in a Nasher fight. Great shotgunning over the nest there. Both picking out the player. Strangulate very red, and Cookies playing the cover, playing the damage game with right hand. Strangulate was the last one alive. Very, very good round indeed from Cookies and Cream, which is of course their team name. For those unaware, they're actually a replacement team, right? So they're a team that signed up a little bit too late. Originally, there's 32 teams already entered and hit the team cap for the tournament, but they did take up a spot when one of those teams did not show. Now here they are. So be sure to sign up regardless in future, folks. If you are one of those teams today who didn't quite get in or were considering getting in and didn't in the end, or opt to jump on the waiting list, shall we call it. Strangulate, still trying to assess the damage. Very unorthodox approach here. He's been out-damaged completely, but he continues his push for some reason. I don't know. He's trying to bait some shots out of the cover at the end of that corridor. As soon as he didn't really hit 2 consistent shots against his opponent and allowed Cookies and Matrix just unload on him, he should have just reset and backed out. But instead, he just stayed down there, and it's just a corridor of doom. And essentially, he just handed that round away to his opponents. So not advised, ill-advised. That approach from Strangulate though. Dovey, good damage on Cookies. Very risky up A, left hand, straight into Strangulate's shots, and Dovey's well read, but it's worked out for them. Now they got a 2v1. Dovey's done very well to get that one shot off on Matrix, but Cookies, his shotgun is on fire, and he hits the remaining shot there in the end. Yeah, that time is a very risky push from Cookies. He was already red before he even got to the cover. Could have potentially reset and then gone for it later, but I mean, it's paid off for him. Nonetheless. 7-3 the score. First to 10 is best of 1, if you're unaware. So very good position for Cookies and Cream. Cookies goes for a back A, hit Strangulate, but the damage was not, or the damage rather was too much against him to survive through Dovey's shots following. 2 trades, essentially, in kills. Checking out the scoreboard, 6-4 kills in TC, 6 to Dovey, 4 to Strangulate. Cookie still doing so much work with 12 kills, 4 to Matrix. Out-damaged is Dovey, so he does pull off, but he's on right hand, so it's a very good option as Matrix flies into his gun. Cookies needs to reload though, that's the only issue. He needs to get the down soon. Strangulate's doing such a good job here, so smart. Keeping the damage up, keep pressuring Cookies, keeping him guessing. Should I turn around? Should I fight this? Oh no, he's running away. Maybe perhaps I should go for the kill instead. Just keeping Cookies guessing. Very well played indeed. I think Strangulate's happy with that round and how he performed. You think Cookies' health and decision-making volatile and up and down, shall we say. Good round. And this is what I mean. Strangulate, Dovey, they might be getting a little bit annoyed with the strategy being employed by Cookies and Cream, and that's playing passive with the odd up A here and there. So that's perhaps why the Y button came in there. The disrespect. Good damage from Dovey. Cookies has done such a good job here. But that's... Ah, Matrix was down. Never mind. If Cookies went for that up A in a 2v1, I'd scream, but he didn't. Matrix already down behind. Was not aware, but... Good job from Cookies. I think they both committed there, both teams, to really just play for the damage and try and race for the downs first. And both teams, as such, did trade downs, Strangulate winning the last 1v there. Not the most confident of up A's there. So it didn't connect really well at all. Strangulate was waiting for it, keeping his distance and staring at that corner. Perhaps should have bounced wide on the nest. Or plat. However you in particular describe it. And played damage, but nonetheless. 2v2 once again at nest. Good damage from TC. Yeah, Cookies won't even get to the cover. Matrix trying to bait the revive. Not going to pay off that. Great job from TC. Another Y button from Strangulate. TC is certainly happy right now with how they're performing. And this is 4 rounds in a row, I believe, as we're getting tied 7-7. Just pointing out again, this is a best of 1. And both teams are essentially on the same things. It's not too different at all. For those unaware, Matrix and Cookies, they're from the UK. They're competitive players. And TC, I believe they're both in Vancouver right now, in Canada, so West Coast in terms of the server. And I think we're on US East server right now. It's very well balanced between Europe and the West side, North America. Dovey trying to push in the 2v1. Cookies keeps his distance, right hand. And a textbook round from Cookies and Cream as they answer back. As you can see on the screen, 3 rounds in a row earlier for Cookies and Cream, 4 rounds back to back for TC, and now that streak has been ended. Well, we have another streak now from Cookies and Cream to see the end of this grand final. Let's see. Strats, how are they going to go? No, passive approach this time around from Cookies and Cream. They're not committing to that side again, and to be honest, the other side, you know, if you look at it, maybe has an advantage for right hand. Cookies has such a long run to that middle checkout to get the angle nest. But saying that, there's also not the greatest cover fault on the opposite side. Strangulate pushing wide. He's done really well to outdamage his opponent there. Both opponents baiting the players out. 8-8. Nicely done. Just to add on to what I was referring to there mid-round, at the center of the checkout, that's the area itself. It's called checkout. Always has been, even in Gears 3. The covers, the corridors, if you will, next to the nest / plat, they're different on both sides, and there's spawns get to the different sides from different times. So it's a really big consideration when deciding what the initial strat is. It's not just match the other opponent at the highest level, especially formerly in Gears 3, where pro teams did change up the strats massively, depending on which side they're on. Nonetheless, we did just see a round go by where TC won that one, 9-8 now. They're 1 round away from being crowned champions of this amazing tournament. Shout out to Crimson, by the way, for putting on another tournament on for us. Lots of effort's been put into it. Lots of refs and a great stream. Let's see, the TC close it out. Not great covers for Cookies and Cream. Right hands against them. They've got one down. Can Matrix come back? No, he cannot. That will be it, ladies and gents. TC will be your champions for this tournament. The 2v2 National Tournament by Crimson Squad Gal. They win 10-8 in the end, and they got 3 rounds in a row to close things out, just as suggesting perhaps that Cookies and Cream could have another 3-round streak as they did previously. Very well done. Congratulations to TC. Lots of prizes, of course, for both teams. We also have participation prizes, by the way, for anyone who competed today and is still watching this stream. And as such, thank you very much for participating. I myself participated, by the way. for those unaware. As where he got handled by Rosado and his teammate Technique, ex-pros. But yeah, very good game indeed. GG's from Strangulate in the Twitch chat. GG's to everyone who tuned in. And I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Shout out, by the way, to PZL Bossman, who casted, who did the legwork, if you will. He did all the matches prior to this one. So deserved a break, because solo casting, I can tell you from experience, is very hard. But he did a very good job indeed. Casting all the previous matches, so very well done to him. Pleasure listening to his amazing voice. And of course, watching the brilliant stream that Crimson Squad Gao is putting on as a collective, as a team. But yeah, there we have it. I'm not too sure what else there is to comment on. I'm just going to open up the thread on my side just to comment on the prizes, for those unaware. So, first place. Both players will receive the following: an insert coin £20 voucher for Amazing Gears apparel. There'll be a physical prize, exact item to be confirmed at a later date. One mega pack of choice from previous packs. One character of choice as well. So you can choose your character and TC will provide. You also get a complete weapon skin set of Midnight Omen. I want one of them. Unfortunately, I do not have one of them. And maybe in future tournaments I can do better, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Midnight Glory emblem as well, going to the winner. Second place is much the same. It just does not get you just do not receive the £20 insert coin voucher for Gears apparel or the physical prize that's yet to be confirmed. Other than that, I think we can wrap up here. Guys, thank you all for tuning in. Please do stay tuned to the Crimson Squad Gao Twitter. I believe it's the same name. Let me check. No, it's Crimson Gao, at Crimson Gao on Twitter. Sure, there'll be more tournaments announced by them, by the amazing guys there soon. I've been Toby Campbell. Thank you for letting me cast Crimson Squad Gao, and congratulations to TC as they are the champions for the day. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good night.